What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. We got some more James Gunn talk, you guys. This topic is so hot. I feel like with all this drama and all this news and reports, it's just too juicy not to talk about. It really is, you know. And with James Gunn, what I love so much of what he's doing, he goes onto social media and interacts with the fans. He talks to fans. He debunks all kinds of rumors and stuff like that. We got to know that Superman, this brand new reboot, is not going to be an origin story because some fan asked him, is this going to be an origin story? And he confirmed it won't be. Just like Spider-Man, right? We didn't need to see the spider bite 100th time. So in the MCU, they fast forwarded all that. And that's what I'm really looking forward to see, where this Superman actually takes place. You know, who's going to be casted as Superman, Clark Kent, Martha, Lois Lane, you know, Perry White, all this stuff. Jimmy Olsen. I'm really looking forward to James Gunn's new DCU, you guys. And also Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher went after James Gunn yet again on social media. And boy, oh boy, it's just getting tiresome. Because Ray Fisher, at some point, when do you move on? When do you take accountability and just move on with your own life? I get it. You were mistreated at Warner Bros. I get it. But what more do you want? Walter Hamada is gone. Jeff Johns isn't going to be working on any future DC projects. What more do you want? Joss Whedon is gone. When's the last time you seen Joss Whedon direct anything? It's time to move on. Progress in life. Get your career back on the right tracks. I can't tell you anything he's done since the Snyder Cut. That's massive or huge. It's because he hasn't. He's building up this bad rep with himself. And I just think he needs to focus on himself and just move on. That's what I think, you guys. But we got to talk about James Gunn. We got to talk about James Gunn. I'm going to read Ray Fisher's tweet after we talk about James Gunn's new thread of the DCU, you guys. So this is what he had to say. One of the things Peter and I were aware of when we took the job as heads of DC Studios was a certain minority of people online that could be, well, uproarious and unkind, to say the least. Our choices for the DCU are based on what we believe is the best story for the DC characters, who have been around for nearly 85 years. Perhaps these choices are great, perhaps not, but they are made with sincere hearts and integrity and always with the story in mind. That is what matters, the story. These stories have to be impactful. And that is what I want to hear from James Gunn. No one loves to be harassed or called names. But to be frank, we've been through significantly worse. Disrespectful outcry will never affect our actions. I think that's a little nod to the Snyder Cut and the Snyder movement. How, you know, a group of fans kind of bullied the studio into releasing the Snyder Cut. A lot of fans think that way. You know what I'm talking about? So I see where he's coming from. We are aware there would be a period of turbulence when we took this gig. And we knew we would sometimes have to make difficult and not so obvious choices, especially in the wake of the fractious nature of what came before us. He's talking about the world that Zack Snyder built. But this means little to us in comparison to our jobs as artists, as custodians, and helping to create a wide and wonderful future for DC. Very interesting. Now, you guys, what's happening with Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad? Because this tweet by James Gunn is a little confusing if you ask me. So somebody asked, who knows if it's true, but recasting all the main DCU characters but keeping some will be interesting. How Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad characters / actors live on, but others don't, particularly when they have all interacted together. And this is what James Gunn said. I keep seeing posts with this untrue theory. We're not recasting everyone except the Suicide Squad. We're not recasting everyone except the Suicide Squad. I don't know what that necessarily means. Kind of confusing. But a lot of people think that it would be unfair to James Gunn if he didn't recast everyone in this universe that's already been established. Because we've already had Peacemaker interact with Jason Momoa's Aquaman and Ezra Miller's The Flash. That's already been done. So you have to recast John Cena as Peacemaker, or you just don't do Peacemaker season 2. Honestly, as much as I love the Suicide Squad, as much as I loved Peacemaker, scrap that and just focus on your heroes right now. Build out your universe first. I don't need another Suicide Squad film. I don't need another Harley Quinn spinoff. So I think that ultimately, all of these characters will be rebooted. But they want to focus on the core group and the heart and soul of these DC heroes. Because at the end of the day, you guys, the DC heroes are more important than their villains they're trying to introduce. Because you're building out a Justice League film, right? That's the ultimate goal, right? If not, then why do any of this? So you want to flush out your Green Lantern, your new Batman, whatever you decide, your new Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Martian the Manhunter, Flash, whatever the case may be. Build out, flush out a great, heartfelt story with characters that we can love and appreciate. And James Gunn is great with doing that. Look what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think ultimately, scrapping the idea of doing another Suicide Squad and spin-offs of that and canceling Peacemaker Season 2 ultimately should be the main goal. Because he's busy writing a Superman film. Where do you have time to focus on writing a whole another season for Peacemaker 2? So ultimately, you guys, I'm so intrigued. And the end of the year is coming up. We will get answers by sometime in January, at the start of 2023. And I can't wait. I am so excited, especially if they decide to do like a little, DC fandom type video or whatever, and have them completely flush out like their 8 to 10 year roadmap. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. This isn't going to be an easy situation. You're going to have fans who love you. You're going to have fans who hate you. You're going to have fans that disagree with you. You're going to have fans who are on your side. It's a difficult situation to be in. I mean, just even recasting the entire Snyderverse is a difficult decision because of the fan base it's built over the last 10 years. It's been around. That's all the fans have known. So I can't wait, you guys. This is going to be very, very interesting. But let me read you Ray Fisher's tweet before I head up on out of here. So this is what Ray Fisher tweeted out. The way James Gunn uses fake grace on Twitter is really funny. Him going to bat for Joss Whedon, apologizing for it, and then deleting it immediately before taking his new DC job is not. Refusing to apologize for toxic behavior seems to be a job requirement for WB/DC. And this is what James Gunn said. All my tweets automatically delete every few months, Ray. It's nothing to do with my tweets to you. Like I said, Ray Fisher, you got to move on, dog. Move on, get your career popping, try to land some roles that's outside of Cyborg, because obviously you're not returning a Cyborg. You said you don't want to return a Cyborg. That's dead in the water. It's done. No more of that will come. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole James Gunn situation. Let me know what you guys think about him potentially recasting the entire Suicide Squad and starting fresh, you guys. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.